How to make rabbit stew. Don't that look good? Look at this. Falling off the bone. Falling off the bone. Excuse, those are my quail in the background chirping. This is what we do. First thing you do is you want to put a little olive oil in a pan, and you want to put in your cut up pieces of your rabbit meat. Now, I had an earlier video where I showed you how to cut up the rabbit meat, and I also had a video on how to butcher a meat rabbit as well. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, click the bell notification, or follow me so you can be notified when we upload additional videos. Okay, so we put the rabbit in the skillet with a little olive oil, and then we just flip it around, move it around a little bit to make sure that that oil is coating the rabbit meat. Now, if you want to buy some rabbit meat, there's a link in the video description where you can buy rabbit meat. So now I'm just putting a little salt on the rabbit, and then I'm gonna put a little pepper on there as well. Put a little pepper on the rabbit. Shake, 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 shake. Oh, rabbit meat is one of the best, leanest meats you can get. No fat, and it really tastes good. It's almost like a chicken. And so then you just keep, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flip the meat over so they can cook evenly on both sides. You hear those quail in there? Those roosters are going to be getting butchered next, and they're going to be in a video. They better be quiet. So I flip the rabbit meat over so I can brown it on both sides. I want to brown it on both sides because we are making rabbit stew. Rabbit stew. And those are little kidneys right there. Those are little kidneys. So we are, just making sure that this gets cooked. It doesn't have to be cooked all the way through at all because it's going to cook in the stew. So now we just take this pot. We add some olive oil to the pot here. I'm not no measurements exact. I just put the olive oil in there. And I want to put I cut up an onion, a white onion. So I put a white onion into the pot. And then I want to saute those onions in that olive oil. Saute and just stir them up so they can, saute a little bit. Yeah, look at that. So I took the rabbit meat off the stove, off the heat. Then I want to put some garlic into the pot and saute that as well. And so what I'll do is I'll stir that around so it can sweat a little bit. I am no chef. And then what I do is I think it's like, half a cube of butter, unsalted butter. Put that in there, give it a little flavor. Give a little oil in there as well, because rabbit is so lean it has no fat really. And then stir that around, and then add some flour. So I want to say that's probably like a half a cup to a cup of flour, because that's going to make the sauce thicken. Now I'm pouring in rabbit bone broth. I made some rabbit bone broth from some of the rabbits that I butchered when I made my rabbit jerky. So I took their bones and boiled them and made rabbit bone broth. So I add the rabbit bone broth and then a can of tomato sauce. Now I'm adding a can of tomato sauce to my rabbit stew and just stir that in to mix it all up. And now I'm adding some red wine. And there's no measurements, just put enough in there. That's probably like a third of a cup, half a cup of red wine. And now I got some seasonings here, some salt, pepper, some can't think of them right now. Look in the video description. And now I'm adding potatoes to it, and then I'm gonna add some carrots and some celery. Potatoes, carrots, and celery to the mixture as well. And I stir that up a little bit just so I can mix in the seasonings into the water, or the broth I should say. Yeah, just stir it up a little bit just to mix it all up. Just to make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, now what I want to do is put this rabbit meat that's been browned into the liquid here with the vegetables. put the rabbit meat in. So, and you want to make sure that you just push them to the bottom so that they can be completely covered. And so I'm putting in the rabbit meat pieces. So I had legs, the body, the back strap, the belly flap, and the kidneys. They all go into the broth area here. Push them down, push them down, push them down. And I'm going to pour this little grease that I had in that pot. I'm going to pour that in there too, because that has some seasonings in it as well. Okay, so put that on there. And then you want to bring it to a boil and then turn it down to simmer and put a top on it. And this is what it looks like when it's done. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. That's already... I ended up boiling it for 2 hours on simmer. Simmered it for 2 hours. That meat is falling off the bone. Falling off the bone. Look at that. I put some little rice with it. And so the meat is falling off the bone. Make sure you follow me and subscribe. Ooh, that looks good, don't it?